Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and we're here with episode number 5 of Take 2 of our Pokemon Crystal version randomized Nuzlocke here on the channel. In the last episode, if you missed it, we got a game over as far as the Nuzlocke rules are concerned. Our first opponent in Violet City Gym was a level 9 Tyranitar. Our team at the time could not stand up to it simply because the game, the luck was against us from the very beginning. How many Pokemon did we encounter that broke out of Pokeballs? Okay, yeah, there was a time that the Farfetch'd I encountered. I didn't catch because I didn't have any Pokeballs. But, all that being said, we were destined to lose from the beginning, and we'll have to suck it up. I'm going to take this challenge on again. We're going to see how well we can do. Every time I happen to lose, if I happen to lose again, I'm going to add another poison slash, I guess, death marker on my layout, on my face cam. And if I keep getting knocked out and losing the game, I'm going to load this webcam up with knockout poison marker things for Pokemon TCG until my face is covered. I don't care. That's my punishment. My punishment is that you folks can't see me. That don't make any sense. Anyways, we're here to start off our adventure again. We did meet up with Elm for our second go-through. And we got our choices again, once more, of Magmar, Scyther, and Bellsprout. I'm thinking this time, Unknown Spike made a suggestion. Let's go with the Bellsprout, because we know it's going to be super effective against the Tyranitar. I'm not so sure we'll be able to handle some bite attacks from it, but I do know, prepare to grind up and take on that gym. There's another thing that's going to make things maybe somewhat easier in this playthrough, the second time go through, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get our Bellsprout. We're going to mix it up a little bit. Sailor Pika had suggested we go with Scyther. She still believed in Scyther. Maybe we'll see Scyther again. Could be a random encounter. We'll have to hope for the best. Now, of the three, Scyther obviously, by my reaction in the first episode, is my favorite of those three. But, although Bellsprout is the least powerful, it can evolve into Victor Bell, so we could have some decent power on our team eventually. And it's going to be our best bet. Even if we chose the Magmar, Rock resists fire as well, so we won't do much to that Tyranitar as it is. So we're going to go with the nickname for Bellsprout. Although it's female, I'm going to name it after the viewer who left. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to go with Unknown. It'd be really funny. What if we catch an Unknown later? I can name it Spike on the team. I was going to say that too, even though I'm going to say we can only name one Pokemon after each viewer out there. What happens if we lose, for example, Unknown? If our Bellsprout is gone at some point, I'm going to say that viewer's name can come back, and we can add you in as, basically, you've been regenerated as a new species, if that is to occur. But what are the chances we're going to lose a Pokemon the second time through? Probably high. Mr. Pokemon lives a bit? Yeah, we know. I don't need to talk to you. We want to go. We want to get our adventure underway. If you guys want to see what they say, go and check the first few episodes, because I'm not going to be reading too much of what's happening here on screen, because we don't need to know all this. Oh, wait, you know what? What's Bellsprout holding? They always come with the held item. Actually, we're going to check Bellsprout anyway and see what its stats are like. So, it is at level 5, of course. It's holding a scope lens. What was... Oh, okay. Scyther was holding a Sunstone. We have already good chance for critical hits. All we know is Vine Whip with only 10 PP. Great. Special Offense is worse than Defense, which does not bode well for that biting Tyranitar in our future. But the attack and special attack are both pretty good. Bellsprout is the more offensive of the two grass poison types from Gen 1, Oddish being the more defensive. I want you to have this for a potion. I'll take a potion. Thank you very much. So, for a chance to have a Pokemon named after you, by the way, as always, be sure to answer the question of the day, which is on the layout. And do I have to stop at my mom's place first? No. I think I just go right here and pick up the item from Mr. Pokemon. So, answer the question of the day, have a chance to get a Pokemon named after you, assuming I can make the captures, which I'm going to hope for the best. Looks like Smeargle must be the knocked out, so the Hoot of this region, this playthrough, basically. You know, this is going to be really tough to train up. Maybe not. I'm just thinking because the PP's going to run out like crazy. Oh, that was a critical struggle. That's nice. I'll take just 3 damage from a critical. I guess struggle doesn't count as same type attack bonus, at least I hope. Already leveling up. That's going to be great. If we can level up that quick, And we got growth. Alright, we have potential with Unknown, our Bellsprout. What else can we find here on this route, though? Because normally, isn't there Rattata and Hoot Hoot at night? I want to see more species. I want to see what else is on this route. What's hiding from us? Right, we saw this before. That wouldn't be bad to add. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, super effective. Although, don't they learn fighting-type moves? If we could get a fighting-type move, we could drop that Tyranitar. And how silly, how crazy is it? I am strategizing for just the first trainer in that gym. You shouldn't have to do this. Why did Game Freak make the game like this? They didn't, of course. They programmed it properly. The randomizer decides to give us the worst luck. So the question of the day is, what is, or are, your favorite kinds of video games? Do you have a particular favorite, like, role-playing games, like this, for example? Do you like action RPG? Well, I guess action RPG is kind of RPG. Do you like platformers? Do you like, you know, first-person shooters, sports games? Whatever kind of game you like, let me know what it is, and what do you like about it, and maybe not even video games. What kind of, you know, maybe board games you like, or something like that. Card games, tabletop games, all sorts of things. Like, I remember, I haven't gotten into them, but there's some of those tabletop games like Warhammer, is it Warhammer 20,000 or 40,000? I can't keep track of the numbers, I lose count at 4, but there was another game called HeroClix, and I've never played it again, but I was watching at Impossible Realities, our local gaming convention that happens twice per year, which I'll probably be doing some filming at when we have our event here in March. They always have a March to Oblivion event, so I'll probably do some recording. I was watching them play this game called HeroClix. It's where you have all these different characters from different comic books, heroes essentially, you know, DC, Marvel, villains are in it as well. And we need to pick anything else up here? I don't think. We're just going to head right on up. I'm not going to buy anything just yet. I'll talk about the money situation once we get to that point, but things are going to be a little bit easier perhaps in this playthrough the second time. But HeroClix, it was kind of funny. You know, games come with rules, of course, and one of the funny things that I overheard, I shouldn't say funny, because it was pretty complicated, but 2 players were battling, I think. You know, one of them had Wonder Woman, and I forget who the other one was using, but just think of it like a physical, offensive, you know, fighter kind of character. And on the battlefield, they're on top of a roof. And so the guy with the villain, I think it was battling. Oh, would Gligar be any good for us? I don't know. I mean, we still have potential for all sorts of things. Poison Sting, you can't poison me. If we could poison that Tyranitar... Again, why do I have to focus on just that one Pokemon? Critical. Yeah, Scope Lens! I forgot we have that. Anyway, so Wonder Woman took a punch, and it does knockback, so it moves her back a few spaces. And what happened then was a bit of a contentious issue, if that is the proper term. The person with the villain, who was controlling the villain that Wonder Woman was fighting, was saying that she then takes fall damage, so she would fall off the rooftop, hit the ground, and take extra damage. The player with the hero side was saying how, no wait, Wonder Woman has flight. Because the thing with HeroClix is, as your character takes damage, it actually, I did not know you're on this route. That wouldn't be great though, it's like normal type, you know, so we wouldn't have anything, like there's no fairy typing yet, we're almost out of PP, but Mr. Pokemon does heal us up. We're actually getting some nice levels, I will say though, I like this. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so, when you take damage in HeroClix, it's called HeroClix because the little round pedestal that they stand on has a little bit of a click feature to it. You take a little dial underneath, click it a certain amount based on how much HP you just lost, and it might activate new abilities for those characters. So, Wonder Woman she took damage from the punch, which clicked it around to activate Flight. But the argument was, she was hit and the attack should resolve before her ability kicks in, so they had to have a judge called over to make the final ruling and stuff, and I forget what it was. I just sat there thinking, is it really that big a deal? Just play the game for fun. I mean, I guess they were in a tournament setting, so I can understand you need to have the rules specifically lay it out and figure it out, because that's what I do at the Pokemon League, at Heroes Beacon. You know, we have to be on the ball with our questions and answers and stuff. We got to know the ins and outs of the games, which is funny because whenever a new pre-release event comes out, we get a frequently asked questions document letting us know some of the more weird possible situations that might pop up in these new cards, relating to one another. So it does make sense that the rules have to be clear-cut and enforced by the official tournament staff, I guess you'd say. So it's just kind of funny, though, as a casual player. Like, HeroClix just seems like a game that would be fun just to play. Bear in mind, it's one of those games that probably would cost a fair amount of money because you got to buy new heroes to click and just go from there. But it'd be fun just to play. Maybe, if you have a friend of yours that has HeroClix, just see if you can sit down and play a game with them. If you haven't played, actually, have you played HeroClix? If you have, what do you think of it? Is it still popular? I don't know. I haven't heard much about it in the past while. Alright, so I've rambled pretty well. We cleared out a lot of time. We're going to fight another Grand Ball. Quillfish. Oh! If we could get a water gunning Quillfish, that could help us against the only Pokemon of any concern in this entire playthrough. Another thing here, too. Once we do get past the Tyranitar, because we're going to, eventually, what could possibly be any worse to deal with in that gym? There's nothing, right? Retrospect, I was thinking about this. I realized I should not have rushed into the gym when I did because we only had normal type attacks to hit with. We had Quick Attack and also Quick Attack on our two Pokemon. If I ran into, well, Rock type obviously was a problem. If I ran into a Ghost type trainer, I would have had no chance to do anything. We would have lost regardless. So, that being said, I might have to, in the worst case scenario, sacrifice some encounters to be able to battle trainers, get Pokeballs, to give better chances of later encounters. You know what I'm saying? Alright, can we just take this thing down? You're going to growl. It's not going to affect my Vine Whip, because back in Gen 2, Vine Whip, as all grass-type attacks were, is a special base attack. So, go ahead. Thunder Wave. You can even Thunder Shock. I'll take the hit. Oh, you got Tackle? Wait, do you even have Thunder Shock? You do! I remember when we had Sailor P, the Scyther. She was taking Thunder Shocks. There it is! This thing has a full moveset. Thunder Shock, Growl, Thunder Wave, and what was the other one? I forget. But we hit level 9. Alright, so we're getting to the point where we're going to find out which starter did the rival choose. No matter which one they chose, we're going for a hard time. We're going to actually walk on the path so we don't kill the grass. The reason it's going to be a hard time is because, of course, regardless of which starter they chose, they've got either a Magmar or a Scyther, and we have a Bellsprout with Vine Whip, and that's it. So, again, Nuzlocke rules do not get enforced until after we're given Pokeballs from the Professor's aid, so no worry about losing the fight. We can allow ourselves to lose. But I would like to fight, get the win, to try to boost up our experience a little bit. Let's go. We don't even have a name for this guy. And I was thinking, maybe the reason we lost the first attempt at this was because I named this after a viewer. This. I'm speaking about this character like it's a thing. This thing here, we named after one of our viewers, and it was a spur-of-the-moment thing I decided to do. I think he's got Magmar. That's actually not too bad. It might have Ember, which is bad, but at least it does not double resist Vine Whip. What's a Fire Punch? That's even better! Well, I'm not going to waste a potion on this. We're going to let ourselves lose the fight. We know we're done. We can't even outspeed. Alright. Have you folks ever lost this battle? Do you know that you don't actually... the game continues. That was a waste of time. Basically, like the first 4 episodes of this whole series. My name's... I don't know. I'm going to be the... Yeah, we know what you're going to be. You're going to be nothing... Oh! Gonna be nothing. Kick me out of the way? Fine. Now, wait a minute. They do give us a full heal after that, so he was kind enough to knock us down, but heal us up. Ups and downs all around town. Crazy, eh? Alright, let's get back and get our Pokeballs. And let's see what kind of encounters await us. I've also decided... I have a name for this character, the one that we just fought. Yeah, I mean, I know officially... Is it official his name is Silver? I never really liked that they named the characters after the colors of the games. It just doesn't seem creative, I'm used to Ash and Gary, not red and blue/green, whichever region you're happening to be in. We don't have a big enough space for what I was going to call them, but we're going to go with... Complete made-up name, Tyrone. Why Tyrone? Reminds me of the name Tyranitar. So, that is our rival. Think of it as Tyranitar. Anyway, here's the egg, sir. This is terrible. Yes, what was his big discovery? Here's an egg. I like egg. It's an egg. Alright, tell you what. Hurry up. Can I take that Scyther still, please? Scyther's just waiting. Come on. Does he ever give you the other starter? Don't you think the game should do that? Like, now again, you're thrusting the whole challenge of the league onto me right here. I didn't ask for this responsibility. But with great power comes great responsibility. But completing the game, filling the Pokedex and what have you, I guess filling the Pokedex, no, doesn't make sense for what I'm about to say, but completing the game, becoming the champion, don't you think the professor should give you that last Pokemon to at least help you fill the Pokedex a bit more? Alright, we're going to head back to the house because we're going to talk about money. And Sailor Pika made this suggestion in her comment on the last video. Where did you get it? Blah, 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 blah. I am leaving on an adventure. What can you do for me? Save money for me on a long journey. Money's important. Do you want me to save your money? We're actually going to say no this time because she does take a good portion of our cash. And as much as I would like to see whatever random item she might happen to get us, I have a slight hunch that she will not. Like, the item she gives us will be randomized. I don't think that's a thing. So, it might just be a waste of time. This also is going to ensure that we have money for Pokeballs to try to catch more things. I mean, okay, I could have spent time not going into a Violet City right away. I could have gone back and picked up money from my mother and gotten some more Pokeballs. That probably would have been smart, you know, and I just kind of messed up on it. I gotta check and see if I have the set battle style as well, because I like the set style. As much as it makes things more challenging, and clearly we need challenge in this playthrough. It's too easy as it is. Boom, the guy catches Rattata. So again, he shows us you don't even need to touch it, don't need to weaken it, just catch it. So, what do we want this time, Smeargle or Elekid? I'm still kind of happy with either, to be honest. Let me check the options. We have the set, and we got fast speed. Okay, we are good. Never mind, I'm being, what do you call it? Overly cautious for no reason. Our first encounter is going to be, we're going with Smeargle. Alright, problem is, if we're not faster, it's going to have nothing to sketch. Okay, good. It's going to sketch Vine Whip, which is fine. We resist that. Wow. Now, Smeargle, would you like to work with us a little bit better this time? Please don't waste too many Pokeballs. I need warriors on my team. Join us. And together we can rule the galaxy as Bellsprout and Smeargle. Just stay in the ball. There's nothing more we can do. We can't even touch you. We can't even breathe on you. Alright. If this takes all 5 Pokeballs again, this is going to be one fun playthrough, I tell you. Excellent. Much better this time around. Alright, Smeargle's data added to the Pokedex. If you want to see what this data... I'll read it quick. Smeargle, the painter Pokemon, the color of the mysterious fluid scattered from its tail, secreted from its tail, is predetermined for each Smeargle. And we didn't check Bellsprout's data yet. First of all, we're going to name Smeargle after one of our viewers. Let's see. Let's go with... I'm going to go with... We'll go with... Where is it? Where is it? There we go. We'll go with CT. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. We're going to go with CT from City Payung. Left a comment that your favorite superhero movie is Doctor Strange. I have not seen that, to be honest. Maybe someday I will do just that. But I have seen Doctor Strange in Thor Ragnarok. He had a brief little bit there. As well as... Look, we had it down to 1 HP. That was a lucky Vine Whip. And also, of course, in Avengers Infinity War. And I'm assuming he's going to be in Endgame? Who knows? Whatever. So we're at level 2 with CT. We got Vine Whip, of course. And the stats. So we're going to back out of the grass temporarily. And I noticed we don't have a held item this time on our Smeargle. So that is kind of good to know. My concern was that the game randomized the held items of wild Pokemon. If it was going to give every Pokemon a held item, that would be a little bit overpowered. Even though we didn't catch things. But, yeah, if everything had a held item, that would not be the best. Look at A. Because too many held items could be like, you know, say a nugget here and there, like overly abundant cash. We don't want to make things 2. I wouldn't mind an easier first little jaunt through this part of the game. We're actually going to lead with City and get some switch training. Alright, now that I have 3 Pokeballs left, I'm going to head to Cherry Grove City, buy more Pokeballs, then we'll come back to, I think it's Route 46, just north of Route 30 here, and see what can we find and actually try to catch this time around. Let's go into... Tell you what, let's go for Vine Whip. Why? Because we want them to sketch that, because when we switch into our Bellsprout, we're going to be completely resistant. Alright, Unknown, come on in here. Let's take this Smeargle down for some experience for good old CT. Look at this, 1 damage. And you ain't getting no Scope Lens critical hits, that's our job. I really want to get Unknown another attack, though, because only 10 offensive PP is going to be a bit of a problem. And you know what? That actually is now a limitation on our Smeargle as well. We only have 20 offensive moves to our name before we're needing to heal up. Wouldn't it be terrible if we ran out of all of those Vine Whips in the middle of a gym? So I do desperately need to add more Pokemon to our team. Okay, Smeargle level 3, that is very cool and good. Let's go for the Vine Whip. I wonder if they're going to outspeed, because we're on par. Okay, sketch that Vine Whip up. I will say, I'll talk a bit more about it with the question of the day, since we got some time here. I'm not really a fan of first-person shooters, you know. I might have a pretty simplistic view of it, but my opinion is when you've played one, you've played them all. I know each one has its own specific, unique things to it and stuff, so I don't want to, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm bad or trash-talking first-person shooters, but as an outsider looking in, it's like there's not really much there that interests me personally. However, I will say I really enjoyed the Metroid Prime trilogy. That was Metroid, of course, a main title on, or main franchise on the Nintendo systems that they decided to give the first-person treatment. Wasn't sure what I was going to think of it, but as a fan of Metroid, I'm like, I'm going to make sure to give it a shot. And I really liked it. It was very cool. And apparently, my nephew was telling me that they're making Metroid Prime 4, which is, I think is going to be for the Switch. A different company than Retro Studios, who made the first 3 Metroid Primes, was making the 4th one. From what I've heard, they're delaying the game. I think they said they're starting the game over from the beginning because it wasn't meeting up to what it should be, but it was a different company that was doing it initially. Now that they're redoing it, they're actually going to get Retro Studios back to doing it. So that's a good and a bad. People might be upset that it's going to take that much longer to get it, but I mean, it's the studio that we know is going to do good, so it's probably a good thing. Alright, I'm not even going to buy any healing items. We're going to go just for Pokemon encounters. Let's get 8 more Pokeballs. We'll go from there. We got 2 minutes left. I want to get at least 1 more encounter. We're heading back to Route 46. Let's see what fate has in store for us. I will lead with City so we can see what the opponent's, or the wild Pokemon is going to be. And if need be, I can switch out into Unknown to do the damage. I don't want to go too offensive and knock out whatever it is, though. Last time we were here, we saw a Farfetch'd. If we do see a Farfetch'd again, that's a normal type we cannot keep on our team because we have a normal type with the Smeargle. Alright, not the first Blade of Grass this time. Wait, there's an item up here, isn't there? I think there is up in the grass. We find it's a Farfetch'd. So, if we catch it, well, we're going to try to catch it for sure, but we'll have to box it away. Yeah, you might have Peck. I'm going to let CT stay out here for now. Not going to do anything to it, obviously. Oh, that does really nothing. And it does have Peck. It's only we're only doing 3 damage, though. I might need to switch into our Grass type. Given the level difference, I don't think we have too much to worry about. I'm going to switch now. Let's just see what kind of damage we're looking at. If we need to, I can switch back into City for running away, because we already outspeed. We know we can escape. Don't do a lot. That's 5. Alright, let's go for a Vine Whip. Even though we can't use it on our team, I should really be careful to try to catch it, because if we happen to lose again at one point, then at least we can have something as backup in reserve. So, would another Vine Whip knock you out? I'm going to risk another Vine Whip from Unknown. I think it should be okay. No, it's not going to be okay. Well, at least this time I bought Pokeballs. Can't fault me for that. We got to level up at least for City, so that's something, I guess. There is no item, and my time is up, but we are going to keep going. Stop! Mother Farfetch, get out of here! We don't even want you! Obviously, we knocked you out! You're not worth it. We're gonna leave. You're too bad to train up against. We can't really handle you yet. I probably should, actually, before we take on any gyms, go and make sure we can get a second sketch for our Smeargle, so we can have another attack to make use of. If only there was a fighting type we could sketch a move from. That would be nice and powerful against that Tyranitar. Alright, let's do a quick heal in the Pokemon Center. I'm going to go for one more encounter before ending off the episode, because I want to add someone else to our team. What else can we find on that route there? It can't just be Farfetch'd. It can't. And how funny is it? We have a bunch of electric types in this area. There's Elekid on that first route. Second route we have Ampharos. And Violet City is traditionally a flying type gym. So how is that for random chance, eh? Alright, first encounter this time. Hopefully we can catch it. Is an Ampharos. Okay. That's what we had the last time, and we couldn't get it because it broke out. So, for starters, let's switch into our Resistant Unknown. I should not have kept that scope lens on, I just realized. Whoops. But, let's hope for the best. Go for the Vine Whip. How much can we do? Another one does take it down, so I'm going to switch back into City and hope that the level disadvantage. I'm going to call it a disadvantage because we're a basic. That's a stage 2. So hopefully it's not going to hurt too bad. Growl, that's fine. Non-offensive. I'll take it. Let's go for a nice light tap of Vine Whip. Gonna need a couple more light taps like that apparently. How much does this do? Only 3. It's the Thunder Shock that scares me. I'm even not too afraid of a Thunder Wave. That was a critical hit. Alright, now that it's in the red, I might switch out. Yeah, because a critical Thunder Shock takes us out big time. So let's get back to Unknown and try to spike this win. That makes no sense, but think of it as like, you know, football or volleyball or... What other ball games do you spike the ball in? I don't even know. Speaking of ball, Pokeball. You spike the Pokeball, that's it. Catch it. Come on, Ampharos, we need help. We need help. Don't break everybody's heart out there. Mine too. But the viewers, they want to be named. No, they don't want to be named after Pokemon. They want Pokemon named after them. We need Pokemon to make that happen. Ampharos, don't do this. I'll try a couple more Pokeballs. If we don't get it by then, I'll try one last Vine Whip from City, which, if it's not critical, should not knock out the Ampharos. I'm going to try one more ball. I'm probably going to have to use a berry on our Smeargle, of course, first to make sure we are healed up. We need warriors. Come on. Let me switch back to my... I'm switching back to the comments before even knowing if I caught this thing. That's how confident I am that we're going to get this. You growl all you like. As long as we catch you, then I won't be growling back at you. Alright, let's get a berry. We got 3 of those. That's fine. We wasted 1 whole HP of recovery. Oh, man. Terrible. I know, right? Okay, Tackle is fine. Let's hope you go for Tackle as we switch into our Smeargle. Thundershock, how much did that even do? Did about 6, I think. We're going to find out. Of course, you happen to go for Thundershock as I switch in. It did do 6. A critical Thundershock should not knock us out. That is perfect. Alright, let's get back into Unknown to withstand some of these attacks. Whew. It's coming down to the wire here. We're already well past time, but that's the fun of these randomizers. You just getting these random... Like, this is a pretty powerful Pokemon for this early in the game. In fact, I want to say, with the defense that this would bring to our team, Ampharos might be enough to take down that Tyranitar. Unless we don't catch it. We literally cannot get you any lower than that, Ampharos. In fact, I'd be quite impressed if you have more than 1 HP once we catch you. With that little tiny sliver of red HP bar. Are you really gonna waste all of our items? We got 5 Pokeballs left. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna put my feet up. We're gonna let this happen. I just can't even see me behind the poison marker, ain't I? Well, thank you. Okay, we have 3 Pokemon. It's an unprecedented event, the first time ever. We've got 3 Pokemon. I still didn't check the Pokedex for Bellsprout. Whoops. Ampharos, the light Pokemon. When it gets dark, the light from its bright, shiny tail can be seen from far away or, nope, on the ocean surface. Also, I think they say it can be seen from space. Alright, who are we going to name after Ampharos? I'm going to go with... Hello, Trainer Joey. How's it going? Long time no see indeed. Your favorite superhero movie was Lego Batman. Also, I didn't mention this, but Unknown Spike, your favorites you said were the Marvel movies. You didn't specify one, though. Could be more specific than that. Anyway, whatever. We're going to go with Joey, which, although this is a female Ampharos, Joey could be short for Josephine, maybe? You know? So it could be female. Alright, but we have our 3rd Pokemon. Let's quickly check the Pokedex. I wanted to see Bellsprout. Where are you at, Bellsprout? Help us out. There you are. Bellsprout, the flower Pokemon. If it notices anything that moves, it immediately flings its vine at the object. Yeah, because that's what it's been doing. I love how they introduce footprints in this, too. Look over the T. It's a root. Alright, we're going to head back to the Pokemon Center. We're going to heal up. Actually, wait, let's check our Ampharos. It is holding an item, and it is at 1 HP. Like I said, literally could not touch you anymore. So, it's at level 3. It's got a Love Ball. Okay, free Pokeball. I'll take it. Tackle, Growl, Thundershock, Thunder Wave. Special defense is 10. But, I mean, it's only level 3. Think of when we get that on par with the team. Joey is going to be a very bite defensive powerhouse. I'm going to take that ball real quick. There we go. And as I make my way back to the Pokemon Center, I want to say thank you, folks, for tuning in. Hopefully you're okay with me. I'll buy the Pokeballs next time. Don't let me forget to buy Pokeballs. I want to restock so I can actually get an encounter in Dark Cave, perhaps. And this is great, actually. 3 Pokemon that we can use. Grass, Poison, Normal, Electric. No overlapping types just yet. That Farfetch, like even if we caught the Farfetch, we couldn't have used it. So it would have been just filling up space in the PC for a while. Alright, let's save this up. Again, thank you folks for watching. Hopefully you are enjoying my adventure, despite the fact we have had a loss thus far. But I wasn't going to end it there. There's so much left to be seen in this whole game of randomization. We'll get on par eventually to handle some of those bigger things like Tyranitar. Don't you worry. But if you want to see any more episodes of Pokemon Crystal version Randomized Nuzlocke along the way, we have a link in the description for you to check out. And there's also a link during the new outro I put together as well to check out the entire playlist. And my other links are available in the Discord. Well, Discord's one of them. In the description. And you can see them on the outro as well. But all that being said, it is now time for Professor Chaz to sign off. Thank you again for watching, everybody. Thank you for your support and your interest. Don't forget to answer the question of the day for a chance to have a Pokemon named after you. Even if you had a name already in the earlier first attempt, you can come back again. Alright, but I'm now signing off. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.